Yeah, we started our thinking about the design of this house by thinking about the family and how a family is often represented as something that's very static institution. But when you think about it, it's actually not very static at all. Two people get together and start a family, and they might have kids, they might have more kids, those kids grow up and leave, older parents might come to live with them, those people might split up, they might get pets, so there's all these different conditions for what we might call a family. And so the big thinking for the house was how do we provide a place for all those conditions to play themselves out against?
Our girls were born in Los Angeles, and they now spend a lot of time at this home in Utah, and it's been really nice for them to get kind of out of that urban city life and then really be able to experience nature in 4 full seasons. It's always changing, so every season the views are completely different, the light is very different, and you get to experience the seasons in a very profound way in this house.
Really, the idea of a stage was something that seemed perfectly appropriate for us. So there are a lot of moves that we made in the design of the house where we thought of it as a stage where the family could act itself out. We always tell our clients that the most sustainable thing you can do is build a smaller house. And we built at the minimum that this homeowners association would allow. It's a 2,100 square foot footprint with a very small downstairs basement. So that really gets you a long way, because now you have less area to heat and cool, using less materials, you're disturbing the land less, and on and on and on. It has a lot of follow-on effects. So we thought we should practice what we preached.
The Corten steel cladding we chose partially because of the way that it ages. The exterior aged pretty quickly. It went from a very shiny surface to a deep, rich rust color. And one of the reasons that we chose it is there's absolutely no maintenance required. There are no finishes required. It's a recycled material. It's a pretty green choice to make. But it's also highly crafted. We designed it to have these interlocking panels, and we wanted to bring the craftsperson and the hand of the craftsperson back into architecture.
Yeah, I think the relatively textural pattern on the exterior of the house is balanced by that being on a very simple form. We really wanted the home to be connected to nature, and this site really allowed us to do that. We have one side of the house that's very open, and the other side of the house is relatively closed. That's towards the street. We have along that one large open side of the house, there's a full height curtain that goes from one end to the other, so it can be opened and closed, and not only can the visual aspects be controlled, but also the sun be controlled. We were very clear that we wanted a glass handrail on that open side as well, so we could get that very clean edge at the bottom, which is the edge of the stage. It's really a house and spaces that force our family to live communally. So we're together a lot more than we would be otherwise in really any other house.